What is going on, guys? My name is Wall Sickness and welcome everybody to another video of mine. So today is the day that I'm going to be showing you the best OBS settings for your streaming. This is to get max quality on either your Twitch stream or your YouTube stream. It's gonna look absolutely phenomenal. This is the best quality you can get out of OBS by streaming. So let's get straight into this, shall we? So as you can see, guys, this is my OBS all jazzied up and stuff. But yeah, so all you have to do is press settings down there, or just go up to the top and then go file and then settings, and then this little box is gonna pop up. But yes, as you can see, we are going to extend it a little bit. So yes, once this little box is open, you can just go for a general tab. It's really up to you. Basically, the only important things that you can really change is your theme. I like dark just because it's better on your eyes if you're streaming at like a late night stream. I don't know. It's a lot better than white, otherwise it kills your eyes. That's the only important thing. So the next one is to go to stream, guys. Obviously, if you're streaming on Twitch, YouTube, whatever you want, that's a new one actually, RTMPS. No idea what that'll do, but if you want a video on it, I'll research it. I have no idea what it even stands for. Maybe it's like mixer, like zero delay. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, just select your one, put your stream key in, or connect to account. Connect to account is so much easier. You just log in with OBS and then boom, easy. But yes, the reason why we are here, guys, is to go into output streaming, because obviously we're not recording. And yeah, here are the settings, guys. Settings with an S, not a G. So yes, so go to X264. Basically, the reason behind this, I used to actually use Nvidia NVENC H.264 new, but the thing about that, right? Yes, it goes amazing quality for your actual gameplay, but your webcam, basically, you're like, if you have a webcam, it can't handle it. The reasoning behind that is because NVENC is a hardware encoder, so basically it can't what's the word? It can't handle multiple sources, and obviously if you got like a little webcam in the corner and stuff, yeah, it's like the performance is really good. It literally uses like 2% of your CPU, I think. But the thing is, the quality isn't there, man. The quality isn't there. So that's why we have to use X264 to get the most quality out of your live stream. NVENC is good, don't get me wrong. On your gameplay, it's for good quality. That's what I use for my just like my highlight videos and stuff. As long as you're streaming at a high enough bitrate, but obviously because of streaming, you can't stream at like 100k bitrate. So yes, that is the reason why I use X264, just because it retains all the visual quality on your game and your webcam, your alerts, everything like that. Just we're here for the best quality. We don't want any less, you know. So yes, that is the first setting. And then the second setting, make sure you enforce streamer service encoder settings. If I remember correctly, basically that just sees what service you are streaming to, and if there's any rules that need to be put in place, for example, keyframe interval 2, then it like, for example, if I put that to number 1 or something, then it will say, oh, what are you doing, basically, and then it tries to like match the settings that are most optimal for your streaming service. That's the best way to explain it. All of these OBS guides are going to be really intuitive, whatever the word is. Basically, I want to give it as much detail as possible for every single setting, because I know when I first launched up OBS, I had no idea what I was doing. So I want to give you guys a really broad picture on what exactly is happening with every single setting. So obviously the next setting is keyframe interval. Basically, that looks ahead for 2 seconds and it just looks at the next frame to make sure it knows what frame is coming. I don't know exactly how it works and everything, but basically Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, Facebook Live, every single service requires this from you. So always put as 2 unless your streaming provider says differently. Or if you're recording, you just put 0. But for streaming, you put 2. And I know a lot of people have started streaming because of lockdown. So yeah, so CPU usage preset, higher equals less CPU. Basically, the higher this is, so ultra fast to placebo, I can English. Basically, ultra fast will use no CPU. Very slower placebo. I can't English. We use loads of CPU. But basically, as soon as you go below medium, like if you go to slow, you can't really tell a difference, guys. You can't really tell a difference between medium and slow after the compression on Twitch or YouTube. So I'd always recommend someone to use medium. I've got a 3700X, and when I'm in high motion game with lots of snow, like for example Battlefield 5, then that uses about 65-60% of my CPU. If I went to fast, then that would use about 40% or so. Faster, literally about 30%, and very fast, it would use about, I think it was like 15% or something. But obviously, very fast isn't as good as medium for the quality. And this video is all about the quality. I can do another streaming video in future. Just put down below in the comments or something if you want to like have a performance guide. Like obviously, I've got a dual PC setup and stuff, but still, yeah. Medium is the best for your quality and performance at the same time. And you know how I said those CPU usage stuff? Basically, I stream at 1080p. So if it's 720p, it's like a lot easier to encode. Like medium, it uses about 60% or so. If I do that on 720p, it literally uses about 25-30%. So 1080p is harder to encode, but obviously it's more resolution, so it looks better, as long as you have a required bitrate needed for it. But yeah, so let's leave that on medium, and then profile, literally put it as none, because how I've seen it is that that's the best settings. I don't know how, because obviously, yeah, it's like the lowest one, but I've done lots of tests and you actually get the best quality out of none on your profile. Tune, that's like film grain and stuff, so yeah, do not change that at all. X264 options separated by space. Do not touch that unless you know what you're doing. There's lots of like secret sauce and stuff out there, but yeah, I leave that as nothing because it doesn't really change anything, and sometimes it can like crash your OBS, and yeah, it doesn't help quality or even performance. The only thing I've used there previously is OpenCL equals true. Basically, that would use a little bit of your graphics card to help encode the stream. But that was when I think it was like OBS version 21 or 22. Or all I know is that was in 2016. So yeah. So now we are done on the streaming tab. We're just going to go to audio, skipping the streaming one. Make sure all of your tracks are 160, because no streaming site that I know of, don't quote me on this, but I know YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, well, Mixer isn't a thing anymore, is it? But yeah, all of those accept 160 bitrate. If you go any higher, then you might have some audio issues, but if you're recording, then just feel free to do a 320. And replay buffer, that's a completely different thing. So yeah, those are the settings. And one thing that we did actually miss is a rate control for your CBR. So make sure that is on CBR, because basically it's a constant bitrate, and if you do like a constant quality and stuff, it could use like all your upload speed. And let's say if it's doing like 40,000, then you know, most people don't have a 40 upload. So right now on the screen, I'm going to put some bit rates that you should be using. Depends on your upload speed. So I'm using 13,000 bitrate. The only reason for that is because I have a 20 upload. So obviously, like, I could go to like 17 bitrate, 17,000 bitrate, as long as you leave like a megabyte spare. But the thing about our internet is that it's not always stable at 20. It might go down to like 17 and stuff. So I just want to leave enough upload available for me to play my game, so my ping isn't horrible. That is the only reason behind that. Like, my bitrate could be so much higher, but the thing is, it's new internet and it's just stabilizing. Once it has stabilized, I reckon it's going to be about 1920 or so. Then I'm probably going to upgrade the bitrate to about 17,000, as long as you leave a megabyte free. So basically, I'm using 13 meg of my upload speed whenever I'm live. But the thing about that is, I used to have like a 0.2 upload, and I used to stream in literally 160 bitrate, 150 bitrate, something like that. So my visual quality has improved so much more. But yes, as I said, all of the bit rates and stuff are on screen depending on your upload speed. So yes, the next tab is we just go into audio. So basically this is global audio devices. So whatever scene you go on, then all your audio is going to be there. But obviously everybody's audio is different unless you've got the same equipment as me. So I have disabled every single source apart from my mic because I do all of my audio through a different software. I have a Wavelink microphone. It's actually called a Wave 3 Elgato. If you guys haven't watched your review already, then feel free to. But this is the software right here. So basically, I'm listening to music while I'm recording this, but stream doesn't hear that. It says click to unmute. And I've muted my actual microphone coming through my headphones because I don't want to hear myself talking. But yeah, this is the software I use. Pretty snazzy, I know. But yeah, basically it all goes through there. You can just click on it. But most likely, like lots of people have like a blue snowball or something. So just select whatever microphone you do have. The hotkeys you can do push to mute and push to talk, but I don't really see a point of that. I would only really see the point of muting your microphone, and we can do that in another tab. Because the thing is, why would you want to push to talk? I get it if you're a competitive player and stuff, but even so, or if you're talking about private information, but just mute your mic for that section, you know? I really don't get push to talk. If anybody does use it, honestly, comment down below. I really want to see what you use push to talk for in OBS. So I understand it in Discord and stuff, but not in OBS. So yes, the next tab, we are on videos. So your base canvas resolution, basically put that whatever you're playing your games at. So I play all my games at 1080p because that's what my monitor is at, and I just like all the frames. I mean, I could play in 1440p. I have got a graphics card that can support that and play at like higher FPS and stuff. But the thing is, I like all the frames. Like 1440p might lose like 20 FPS or so. You know, yes, it is a little bit prettier, but after a while, your eyes get used to it. So yeah, I just like FPS. I like my game's looking really silky smooth. And when Cyberpunk 2077 comes out, then yeah, that's going to be very intensive. So yes, the next one is output scaled resolution. So as I said, put that to like 1440p, 4K, 1080p, 720p, whatever you're playing your games at. And then for output scaled resolution, I put that for whatever you're streaming at. So I stream at 1080p, so I put 1920 by 1080, and basically YouTube outputs it out to 1080p, and then obviously you got all the sources and everything. It's really cool. And then downscale filter, I put that to 16 samples just because I've done some tests, as I said in my previous video about recording. It literally looks better for 16 compared to 36. I really don't get it, but yeah, I've done lots of tests on that, and I don't understand it, so don't ask me about it. You can research it yourself if you don't believe me. And then obviously FPS I put to 60 because I play my games in 120 hertz. I mean, I could do 144 hertz, but 144 hertz divided by 60 equals like 2.333 or something like that. But if you do 120 hertz divided by 2, obviously that is 2. So basically it gives better frame times and stuff for the stream, and obviously we want it looking as smooth as possible for a stream. Yes, I am losing out on about 24 hertz, but the thing is 24 hertz isn't really a lot, and 120 hertz is really smooth as it is. But yeah, if your computer can't handle it, then feel free to do 30 FPS. But as I said, feel free to comment down below if your computer can't handle these settings, and I can either just comment back or I can make a new video. If you like, obviously my videos are really detailed, and a comment can't be like paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs. So the next one is hotkeys, everybody. So there's lots to go through, but I do everything, literally everything through my Stream Deck. Haven't really set up my Stream Deck as you can currently see. But yeah, like you can just put different stuff on there. I could do a review if you want. Now I just added 2 extra buttons, stop streaming and start streaming. No, start recording. But yeah, there's lots to go through. You can do it if you want. But yeah, I use all my hotkeys onto a Stream Deck because I just find it easier, honestly. I find it so much easier compared to remembering what hotkey it is on a certain keyboard and stuff like that. And if I want to mute my mic, I can literally tap the top of my mic. See, just like that, really, really easy. It's because I got a Wave. It's honestly amazing mic. If you haven't seen my review already, feel free to watch it. So the next one, yeah, obviously your hotkey is just really up to you. But yeah, so the next one is advanced tab, everybody. So general. So if your stream is lagging, so let's say if you're on your GPU usage is over 90%, let's say if it's on 96%, you're getting like over 100 FPS in your games and your stream is lagging because of that. Then the first thing that I would do is go to process priority and then change that to high. And then this is a major one. Run OBS as admin. Honestly, it gets rid of so many GPU stuff, like GPU allocation issues. It basically makes your stream look really, really smooth. It's actually amazing how just running as admin, you know. And then obviously this isn't a recording video, but if you do record your streams and stuff, automatically remux to MP4, you can click that, but I just record to MP4. I don't record to MKV. But yeah, so that is basically everything. You can just like change, automatically reconnect, like if your stream goes down or something. I used to do retry delay to 1 second, maximum tries to like the max, just because if my stream goes down, then basically tries to connect every single second. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Hopefully this guide has been extensive for your taste, guys. And if it hasn't and you want more detail, then let me know in my Discord server or a comment down below, and I can get a reply sorted out, just like me just messaging you back. Or I can make a completely different video about it if you want to know more about X264, because I have literally tried every single one, even ultra fast, because I used to have a stream PC with an i5 4440 and basically I just wanted 60 FPS no matter what. But if you can't achieve 60 FPS from X264 very fast, then don't do 60 FPS. I would prefer to do 720p X264 very fast on 30 FPS, because, you know, yes, 60 FPS is nice, but it doesn't look good. It really doesn't look good when you're on ultra fast. But yeah, hopefully this guide has been very informative for you guys. That is the word that I was thinking of earlier. But yes, thank you so much, guys, for watching. My name is Signus. You guys have been absolutely awesome. Whenever I do stream, then those are my settings. But yes, thank you guys for watching. My name is Signus. You guys have been absolutely awesome, and I'll see you in another video of mine. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new in here. Comment if this guide has helped you, or if you have any issues or anything like that, I can just help you or make another video. And let me know down below in the comments if you want a performance guide on OBS, like how to get, like, obviously, like how not to affect your game and your stream and run everything perfectly. I cannot English. On a single PC setup. But yes, thank you guys for watching. My name is Signus. You guys have been absolutely awesome. 3, 2, 1, dab!